Welcome back. I welcome all of you. I am Jobayad. I hope you are all doing well and staying on the side of goodness. I am also doing well and staying on the side of goodness. I will read exactly the way it is written. How are you, brother? I hope you are doing well. By the prayers of all of you, I am also doing well. Although I cannot listen every day, I sometimes listen to your stories. In this busy city, I do not always get time to listen to you. I thought everyone has a story, so I can also share the true incident that happened to me. Very few people close to me know about this incident because I never felt comfortable talking about it. But today, I decided to tell everyone. No one in my family believed in jinns or ghosts, and neither did I. But after this incident, I realized and understood the presence of unseen beings, jinns and spirits. I hope you will read my incident so everyone can understand how dangerous jinns can be and what people can do because of greed for money. I have never written anything before, so please forgive any mistakes. It was near the end of winter. Our home is in the southernmost part of Bangladesh. Usually, at the end of winter, Islamic gatherings, Waz Mahfil, were held there, and this happened every year. The year was 2016. I was studying in class 6 at that time. Let me mention that my father passed away in April of that same year. I am the middle child of my family, and I had a very strong attachment to my father. After my father passed away, everyone in the family was broken. Before we could even recover from that grief, an unexpected incident happened to us. I went to one of those gatherings. The program lasted for 3 days, and what happened to me happened on the last day. My uncle had set up his own shop at the gathering. They took me there so that I could forget the pain of losing my father, even if only for a little while. Anyway, the first 2 days went well. The third day was also fine, but the problem started at night. On the final day, food was arranged at the gathering. It was around 2:30 at night. Like everyone else, I took my food and sat under a tree to eat. After finishing my meal, I went back. Everything was going normally, but suddenly, after a few days, I became sick. I had a severe fever, headache, shaking, and coughing. It felt like every illness in the world had attacked me. My condition became very serious. My fever stayed around 104 degrees almost all the time. I was taken to many doctors, but there was no solution. Eventually, I became almost like a dead person, like a living corpse. Seeing my condition, my mother sent me to Barishal for medical treatment. My elder brother was studying in Barishal at that time. He took me to a specialist doctor. I went through many tests, but the doctors could not find any disease. They only said that there was nothing wrong with me. After giving me some general medicines, they sent me back home. I could not eat anything. Every night, I started having terrible nightmares. Those dreams were extremely frightening. Since I was young, I became very scared. In my dreams, I would see someone wearing a long black robe-like cloth. The entire body was covered, and there was no visible face. Just seeing that figure made my whole body tremble. It carried a long stick in its hand. At the top of it, there was a sharp weapon like a sickle. It would pierce through my neck toward my head and hang me from the ceiling. Sometimes the attack would come directly to my chest. It tortured me in many different ways. This became an everyday thing. Whenever I slept, I saw the same dream, and the same jinn was always there. One day, I suddenly woke up in fear and called my mother. Later, I told her everything. My mother tied my hand with the end of her scarf and helped me sleep. She said, "If a mother's touch stays with you, no one can harm you." And that actually happened. That night, I did not see any dream. All my relatives came to see me because my condition had become like a dying person. My mother told my eldest aunt about the dreams. Then my aunt said that her brother-in-law knew how to perform spiritual healing, and she suggested bringing him once. As they decided, He came after 1 or 2 days after seeing me. He said many things and started reciting verses from the Holy Quran. When he started coming closer to me, I saw that same figure standing on my left side. It was staring at him with angry blood-red eyes. Suddenly, that figure touched my chest with the stick in its hand. At that moment, I felt like my whole body had become extremely heavy. It felt like someone else was controlling me. I looked at my uncle with angry eyes and started breathing like a snake. I repeatedly told him to leave. After performing the spiritual treatment, he gave me an amulet. But after that, I threw the amulet away. When my uncle left, my mother scolded me a lot and asked why I behaved like that. Because of fear, I still could not tell her everything that was happening to me. After some days, suddenly I felt a strong desire to eat fruits, sweets, and glucose. I told my mother about it, and she said she would go to the market around 3 o'clock. As she said, she fed me lunch and then went to the market. I was alone at home. Our house was made of tin sheets. On one side we lived, and on the other side my uncles lived. In our front room, there was a dining table, sofa, and television. I was sitting on the dining table in that room. On the other side, my aunt was sitting near the door. She was close enough that she could hear me if I called softly. The room where I was sitting had 2 windows on the right side and a door in front. After the windows was another aunt's house, and from her house, the entire front room was clearly visible. I was sitting facing the front door. Suddenly, when I looked to my right, I saw a figure standing outside the window. It had no eyes, but somehow I could still feel its anger and furious expression. I became frozen with fear. In the blink of an eye, I saw it standing right in front of me, staring directly at me. That was the first time it tried to kill me directly. Suddenly, it started moving around me from my left side, circling me while whispering some kind of spell. After circling 7 times, it placed the weapon in its hand on my back. I collapsed forward onto the table. It felt like this was my final day. Tears were falling from my eyes because of the pain. I could not even call anyone for help. I was silently crying. Suddenly, Salma aunt noticed from the window that someone was crying and saw me lying face down. She quickly ran to me and held me. She also called my other aunt. At that moment, the heavy feeling left my body. I started crying loudly. They gave me Zamzam water that was in my aunt's house and sprinkled it on my body. Then I told them everything that had happened. When my mother returned home, she heard everything from me. I explained everything from the beginning. After listening, my mother said, "Why didn't you tell me all of this before?" Then my mother called that uncle and explained everything. He said, "It might be the effect of a jinn." My mother informed my younger uncle about the situation. By then, it had become evening. Everyone said that somehow we should pass this night, and tomorrow something would be done about it. At night, my cousin called and said that there was a spiritual healer near her in-laws' house. She gave us his number. His name was Dolu Ojha. He used to sell betel leaves and betel nuts, and he also worked with jinn-related matters. My mother called him that night. He said, "These things cannot be discussed properly over the phone. Please come tomorrow and we will talk face to face." That night, my mother hugged me and slept beside me the entire night. Let me mention that the jinn was very afraid of my mother. Whenever my mother was with me, it never appeared. The next morning, my uncle, my cousin, and my other relatives came to our house. Around noon, my mother and my cousin left home to meet the healer. There was a graveyard right in front of our house. As they were leaving, both of them saw 3 snakes trying to attack them. The snakes raised their heads and blocked their way as if they would not allow them to go. My mother understood that this was the work of evil. She took a stick in her hand and started reciting surahs while trying to drive the snakes away. Finally, the snakes moved aside. There was a road from our house toward the market through a small wetland area. We called that place Kola. Normally, it was a 10-minute walk, but through that shortcut, it could be reached in 5 minutes. My mother chose that path to reach faster. As soon as she entered the area, she saw around 10 to 12 dogs surrounding her and my cousin. They were trying to bite them. The dogs looked extremely angry. By the mercy of Allah, an elderly man we knew was returning from that same path after giving water to his cows. He chased the dogs away. My mother explained everything to him. He advised her to take the main road where there were people around. My mother did exactly that. Finally, she reached the healer and told him everything. At first, he did not agree to come to our house. My mother explained my condition and said that if he did not come today, maybe I could not be saved. After requesting many times, he finally agreed. He told us that our front room needed to be purified properly by sprinkling Zamzam water. He also told us to prepare a glass of water, a broken edge pair of scissors, incense, and some other things beforehand. He said he would check me first and then go to see another person. My younger uncle brought him to our house on his motorcycle because a male person was needed at home for this process. Around 9:30 at night, he arrived at our house. After seeing me, he said, "Let me remove the pressure first. If there is anything inside, it will come out. The rest of the work can be done later." After saying everything, he started the process. It was around 10 o'clock at night. He made me sit facing east, and he sat facing west. I was seated on a prayer mat. Before placing the prayer mat, he drew circles and some other things on the ground while reciting something. After I sat down, the healer said, "Don't be afraid. They cannot harm you. And if they come, I will trap them." At first, he started with normal recitations. He told me that whenever I saw it, I should immediately tell him. After some time, the healer increased the strength of his recitations. He started chanting something like a song to call it. In our local language, this process is called hoitana. My younger uncle also joined him. The healer said that the jinn would come through the same path it always used, and I should keep watching carefully. I was sitting in front of him. My aunt, my younger sister, and 2 other sisters were also inside the room watching everything. One of my sisters asked if she could record the incident on video. The healer said, "No, it will cause me problems." Thinking about that, nobody recorded anything. Then the process started again. The healer told me to keep looking toward the window. He began reciting again. I was completely surrounded by fear. Suddenly, I looked toward the window and saw that same jinn. It was standing outside the window, looking at me and then looking at the healer. I had never seen such a terrifying form of that jinn before. I immediately told the healer. He said, "Don't be afraid. I have 2 jinns with me. Nothing will happen to you." I looked toward the window again and saw that the jinn was gone. The next moment, I saw it standing right beside me. I could hear the sound of that jinn. It felt like someone was roaring with anger and rage. Even today, whenever I think about that moment, I get goosebumps. Then the healer started reciting louder and louder. I closed my eyes and opened them again. When I looked, I saw the jinn sitting on my left side exactly like me. This time, the jinn looked calm and was staring at the healer. It was observing every movement of the healer. As soon as I told the healer, he sprinkled blessed water on my body. Then he started writing something on the ground with the scissors. He was chanting something and saying, "Come here, come quickly, otherwise I will destroy you." The next moment I saw the jinn touch my body with the weapon in its hand. Immediately, I became unconscious. After that, I do not remember anything. The rest of the incident I heard from my family and the healer. The healer said, "You have entered his body. Stop hurting him. Otherwise, I will punish you." The jinn replied, "Yes, I have come. Who are you? Why did you call me?" In this way, many conversations continued between them. At one point, the jinn said that they were 4 brothers. When the healer asked their age, they said they were 400 years old and lived in a tree. The healer asked, "What kind of tree?" They replied, "The tree that has round-shaped leaves." After saying this, the jinn started struggling and tried to leave. The healer sprinkled water on my body and said, "You are not going anywhere. Stay here." Then the healer asked my mother, "Did the patient ever sit under any tree and eat something?" My mother replied, "I don't know. He always runs around, but a few days ago he went to an Islamic gathering. Maybe something happened there." The healer asked the jinn how it came. Then the jinn explained that while it was climbing a tree, it saw me sitting and eating near the road. Somehow, I disturbed it at that time, and because of that, it wanted to kill me. The healer said that it could never do such a thing. After that, a long conversation continued between the jinn and the healer. The healer repeatedly tried to convince the jinn to leave me. Finally, the jinn asked for 1 packet of candles, a bottle of rose water, 1 packet of incense sticks, and a piece of burial cloth. The healer asked where these things should be placed. The jinn replied, "There is a road beside that tree. Leave them there. The patient does not need to come. Put them there after 1 p.m. and leave." Then the healer asked, "What proof do we have that you will never come back?" The jinn replied, "When I leave, I will break the top of a bamboo tree as a sign." After that, the healer asked my mother, "If you have any questions, ask now. Otherwise, I will make it leave." My condition was getting worse, so my mother said she had no questions and requested him to make it leave quickly. Then the healer started trying to remove the jinn and continued reciting. He took many promises from the jinn. The jinn said it came through the window and would leave through the same way. The healer said, "No, that will not happen. You will leave outside. I am taking the patient out. You cannot go through that window." Saying this, the healer held my hand and helped me stand. At that moment, I regained consciousness. My entire body was filled with pain. It felt like someone was still inside me. My body felt extremely heavy. He held my hand, took me outside into the yard, and continued reciting. Suddenly, I felt like I was lifted slightly above the ground, almost 4 fingers high. Suddenly, a strong wind came and passed through the bamboo trees. Then the top of a bamboo tree broke and fell down. Immediately, I collapsed onto the ground. I had no strength left to walk. My younger uncle carried me inside the house. My mother warmed my hands and feet and gave me water. She started scolding me, but my uncle stopped her. The healer said, "I am leaving an amulet. Let him wear it for 1 month. He should not eat any meat for 1 month, and for 3 months he should not go near that place." After saying this, he gave me the amulet and left. My mother kept asking me many questions, but I only cried. After that, slowly I started recovering. Almost 1 month later, one day I wanted to bathe in the canal. After finishing my bath, I came out of the water and saw that my amulet was missing. I told my mother about it immediately. She called the healer. The healer asked, "How many days has it been?" My mother replied, 1 month and 1 day. The healer said, "The amulet has floated away in the water. Since 1 month is completed, it has fallen off by itself. There is nothing to worry about." After that day, I never saw that jinn again. But even now, whenever I think about that incident, I become frightened and get goosebumps. This was the bitter experience of my real life. I hope you will share this with everyone. Stay safe, everyone. With this, he ended his story. I hope you enjoyed this incident. If you liked it, please let us know. Now we will move on to our next story. Welcome back. I welcome all of you. I am Jobayad. I hope you are all doing well and staying on the side of goodness. I am also doing well and staying on the side of goodness. Now we want to move directly into the second story. This is the final short story of today's episode. I hope you will listen from the beginning to the end and enjoy it. Without wasting any more time, let's go straight into the incident. Today, you are listening to Another Name of Fear, DreamRoot Stories. Welcome back, everyone. I welcome all of you. I am Jobayad. I hope you are all doing well and staying on the side of goodness. I am also doing well and staying on the side of goodness. We are going into a new incident. I will read exactly the way it is written. Assalamu alaikum, Jobayad brother. I hope you are doing well. I am Shanto Patawari. My home is in a village of Babarhat Chandpur district. Currently, I work at an organization in Dhaka. Every day while working at the office, I listen to your ghost stories with my headphones. Listening to stories in your voice feels completely different. Today, I want to share a small incident that I witnessed with my own eyes. The incident happened when I was studying in the Nurani department of a Madrasa in Gulistan, Dhaka. Our Madrasa was located above a mosque. The Nurani department was on the 3rd floor and the Hifz department was on the 4th floor. One night, during the time of Aisha prayer, the students from the Hifz department were going downstairs. Everyone went together, but one student, let's call him Abir, was coming down last. When he reached the 3rd floor, he suddenly stopped. After that, he could not remember what happened. Somehow he still managed to go downstairs and stand for the prayer. After finishing the prayer, he started going upstairs again with everyone. But while climbing the stairs, suddenly the boy fell down. His condition became very strange. His breathing became heavy. His eyes were full of fear and tears. The students became frightened. Some thought he was sick, while others thought something else had happened. They quickly took him to the teacher. At that time, the teacher of the Nurani department was on leave, so the teacher of the Hifz department was taking care of everything. The teacher looked at the boy once and immediately understood that the situation was not normal. He made the boy sit in front of him. He started reciting prayers and verses. Then he pressed his fingers against the boy's ears. Suddenly, the boy screamed loudly. His voice changed. He started insulting the teacher with bad words, which was completely opposite to his normal behavior. The entire place became silent. Everyone froze in fear. The teacher slowly continued the spiritual treatment. After some time, the boy became calm. It felt as if something had left him. Everyone thought the incident was over, but the real event was still waiting. It was around 3 a.m. The students woke up for the Tahajjud prayer. While they were performing ablution, they made a little noise. Because of that sound, the teacher woke up. He felt a cold wind passing beside his ear. It felt like something was extremely close to him. He quickly ran outside and told the students, "Because of you, I survived today. If you had not made that sound, I would not have woken up, and maybe that jinn would have harmed me." After that, an atmosphere of fear spread throughout the entire madrasa. Even today, whenever I remember that night, I get goosebumps. Now we will move on to our next incident. Welcome back, everyone. I welcome all of you. I am Jobayad. I hope you are all doing well and staying on the side of goodness. I am also doing well and staying on the side of goodness. So this was everything we had for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed listening from the beginning to the end. If you liked it, please let us know in the comment section. Stay connected with us. Allah Hafiz.